Hey y'all, this is Thinking Out Loud, and we have a special guest.
Hi, where am I looking? Hi.
Look up here and look down there.
Tiffany McKeever. And we have a special topic for everyone who's thinking about Valentine's Day, relationships, and everything. So the main topic is a Valentine's. Do you need one? Should you have one? And so we're gonna go over a couple things, and we want you all to chime in and post your questions and everything like that. Okay? So Valentine's Day. Usually what that means. So I don't know where it originally came from, but I believe it is pagan, if I'm not mistaken.
Well, not necessarily pagan. It has a actual factual story behind it.
Okay.
You know, with this dude that was in love with this woman, and he was like sending his body parts to her.
You serious?
Yeah, look it up.
I would have to look that
I'm
up.
so serious. Am I serious, Rasheem? Is that the story you heard?
I heard something like had something to do with murder.
Y'all let us know if we're right or not. You know, look that story up with Valentine. But if I'm not mistaken,
You got so much knowledge. My homegirl over here,
I like
spitting knowledge on me. I'll be like, yo, where did you find this from? Okay, now that's great. So there was this guy who apparently was in love with this woman, and he was sending his body parts to her.
Yes.
Why? So how would he cut himself up?
I cannot remember the gist of it, but guys, look that up and let us know. I can't remember the whole thing. But it went something like that.
So that changes the whole mindset. So I'm gonna look that up and I'm gonna share it on my feed. You know, when I find it. So that's kind of crazy. So the American way of Valentine's Day, right, is, you know, you share it with somebody that you love or you're expecting to, you know, just put time and energy and expectations and things like that. So for me, Valentine's Day, when I was younger, meant a lot, you know, high school, stuff like that. Now, Valentine's Day, there was a period where it was like, oh, I don't need that, I don't need that. I don't need it, but I do like, you know, a little extra stuff. And so even if it's at home, it doesn't have to be anything major.
Hi,
but I do like that. We have people here on Facebook.
Hi, Reese.
We got some people. I have, oh my gosh, Torrin Scott, Rock, Tim. We got some people here.
Thank you for joining
Guy
us.
Williams. We have some people here. We're talking about Valentine's and all that. So, do you really need one? Right?
Yeah.
That's broad, right?
Well, do you need a Valentine? Which I would say no. But do you want one because you've been programmed that you need one? Yeah, sure you want one. And you feel a certain type of way when you don't have one.
So right. So that would be for a single person. Right.
Yeah, well, you know, within marriages and relationships, it depends on if that person, the individual, actually celebrate those type of days. Because sometimes they don't.
And so for somebody who likes, you know, gifts and their love language is like gifts and things like that, Valentine's Day may be important to them. So I guess it's important to know that person's love language.
Right, you know your partner.
Because that may be important to them, and that can, you know, that can cause some issues and stuff too. So I guess it depends on your partner and where you're going with the relationship, what you want to do with this person, how you want to show them love, you know, things like that. So, you know, I guess that's a broad statement. Do you need one? If you're in a relationship, that person should be your Valentine's, right?
But my Valentine's, my son is calling me. So I'm gonna take it.
It's okay.
It's okay.
Hey, where's Sergey? Bring Sergey in on the conversation. Sergey is smart, very smart. So what do you all have to say? Nathaniel, all you guys, what do you all have to say? Let me know what you have to say. And you all go to Save the Arts TV as well. This will be posted there live. So you'll be able to get the full episode and everything on Save the Arts. So let me know what you think about, and comment below down about, do you need a Valentine's? What you think about a Valentine's? You know, all of that. So moving on, like gifts for Valentine's Day.
So with gifts, I think that's again depending on
what do you like.
I don't mind gifts, but I'm so weird because I don't like to celebrate days that's forced on me.
Okay.
So I have that part of me. So I wouldn't care. But then if you do give me a gift and you do things for me, I do appreciate it.
Would you give the gift to someone else as well? Would you give the gift to someone else? So we have guests coming in. Tiffany's going to go and get the door. We have all different kinds of guests coming in. However, so gifts, I think that would depend again on your partner. I personally like gifts. It doesn't necessarily have to be at the time that you a Valentine, like Valentine's Day. It could be throughout the whole year. Valentine's Day should not be the day that you give your person gifts. It should not be that day only. So you should do that. But if there's something special that you want to do, maybe you can save it for Valentine's Day. Maybe you can show that appreciation even more. So I think it should be a gesture of additional love. Like Christmas, you give your kids gifts throughout the year. They get stuff. They're spoiled, right? But Christmas time, you may give them a little bit more. So sometimes you can look at it like that too. So while we're waiting for Tiffany, okay. Another thing is what type of gifts, right? So one thing is the type of gifts that people like, right? Do you want flowers? Doesn't have to be the typical flowers and chocolates. Me personally, I don't like the assorted chocolates. Here comes Tiffany, everybody.
I'm back, y'all.
Tiffany is back. This is live, real live.
This is what's happening when you have children.
That's true.
Upstairs.
That is so true. And they come to their auntie house.
Right, they don't care.
It's all good. Yeah, I don't care.
Happy Valentine's Day.
So gifts. So like for me, the type of gifts that I like, right? I don't like the assorted chocolates. I think they're nasty. Like I don't like if somebody gives me an assorted box of chocolates.
Who did that?
Who said that chocolates and flowers is what women want?
Who did that? That was just.
I would like a trip.
A trip is number one.
Number one.
Yeah.
We like trips. What kind of gifts do you all like? Yeah, I like trips. You know, I don't want to do, if I'm going to do something, I don't want it to be anything normal. Unless we decide, okay, if we're going to celebrate it, you know, I also like staying at home, but let's make it just us. You know, let the kids not be there. Like have the fireplace, chocolate, movie, you know, something. It doesn't have to be as expensive, but something that we don't get a chance to do every day.
And well thought out.
Well thought out.
By who though?
That's a good question.
You know, because we always seem to put everything on the male, right?
For Valentine's Day, we do.
Yeah.
We do.
So what about the love that a woman has for a man
on that day?
On that day. Like,
I feel like somebody has a question.
Be an equal.
It looks like, who's that? Somebody, is that a question you have? Or is it just multiple people?
It's just multiple people.
Okay, hi multiple people.
Hey, Awanda.
This is real live on Thinking Out Loud. We get all background, we get live, we get kids, we get everything. So hopefully y'all stay tuned, comment below and let us know what you think about Valentine's Day, gifts, relationships and everything. And so here's one I did want to talk about. So
what is it?
Right. Yeah, we gotta get a little juicy.
Uh-oh. Here we go.
So
hey, let me get my wine.
Did
you tell them what type of wine you have us drinking?
Okay, no, I didn't.
Yeah.
This is wine, and the type of wine, it's warm. It's a semi-sweet wine. So it's a mix, of course, between dry and sweet. It's a red wine, and I got it from the farmer's market here in North Carolina. And you warm it up, and it's so, you like it?
I really do. Is it muscadine grapes?
It has muscadine. It's a mix. I have to go get the bottle and show you all. I'll do that before the end. But it's really, really, really good. So if you go to the farmer's market in North Carolina, they should have some fresh wine for you as well to warm up. They have that. So it's really good. Side pieces.
Oh, ooh. I wasn't expecting that.
Valentine's Day side pieces, right? Yeah, we gotta ignore this call. Sorry. Okay, sorry. Side pieces, Valentine's Day.
Oh, wait.
So,
I personally, oh yes. Okay, so Corey says,
hi Corey.
Hi Corey. Let me read it. I personally got someone to go and sing to my
showing
man.
on camera.
Oh gosh, listen to this. She said, I personally got someone to go and sing to my man for Valentine's Day at his job. I like to go above and beyond, but I don't really care about gifts for myself. And so that's what we was talking about. You know, she likes to go beyond for the man.
For the man.
And not receive
That's different.
So that is different.
That's
Thank
different,
you, Corey.
That's
was
really
good.
different. I've never heard of, not to say that women don't do. We have a question over here too. Brad Simmons. What are you saying? So high five, Corey.
Yeah, high five, Corey. LOL, I was looking for that answer to, is Valentine's solely all about the man sweeping the woman off her feet and all of that? And it's not, because love is universal.
Mutual.
Yes. So
It's
I
mutual.
think what happened was, the way they wanted us programmed was the man needs to go to the jewelry store and get the boxes of chocolate and everything to give to the woman. But that is, I mean, when you're thinking about love, it goes way
Both
beyond.
ways.
Yes, it does.
It should be both ways. You should feel just as special as the woman does on Valentine's Day. I truly, truly believe that. So high five, Corey. And yes, Brad.
Thank you, Brad.
You should feel special too. Absolutely. So let's go back to these side pieces.
The side pieces. Y'all listen up. We on the side pieces. So should side pieces
that wasn't what I was asking, but that's good. Let's go with it.
Should they have Valentine's Day? Do they know their side pieces?
Well, hopefully that's a whole nother topic, but hopefully we do. LOL, my understanding is we got some better sex than usual. We just got to get some better sex than usual. Brad, it's not all about sex, okay?
Brad. Yeah, it is. It's about sex from Ian. Come on now. How could I get Gucci on
Go,
that?
Brad.
Dang, Brad. Why is it all about sex?
Because
that's something we can talk about too. So let's, after the side pieces, talk about
let's
sex.
Talk about side pieces.
Okay.
Okay.
Side pieces. I guess you were like, should side pieces get gifts?
Right.
Or in time? Like
time.
They've been there all whatever time frame.
Oh gosh.
They've been there for a minute, so I would assume that side pieces are waiting for gifts and stuff too, because they putting in work apparently in time. So as if they were the girlfriend.
And guess what?
So why
side pieces want to be loved too?
Of course, they there for a reason.
They do. They human.
I don't approve.
I mean, but they're
there. In your situation, you created this other relationship,
right? So
you need to, because in other cultures, I wouldn't say it's a side piece, like in the African culture, when they have multiple wives, or Muslim religion, they have to be able to take care of those women. So if you are a side piece, or if you have side pieces, and again, I don't approve, but if you are doing that, then they should
be taken care of.
I agree.
I mean, I mean, that's not.
Otherwise, you're just really, really getting sex. Is that the definition of a side piece?
It depends on the person that's the side piece, and then it depends on the person that's receiving the side piece.
Because they could be deprived and want some real love and found something, so that's fraud.
But more than likely, when you just dig past the layers, they want to be loved.
They do.
And they don't want to be the side piece, really.
They really do, because eventually that side piece is going to be like, when you leaving your whatever, your wife or your girlfriend, it's all about me when you leaving her. We got some more questions. Corey and Brad is hot tonight.
All right, Corey. It's all about the love. The lover is the one in the relationship that thinks more about that thing, but it should have effort from both parts.
Yeah, absolutely.
I agree. Yeah.
And what did Brad say?
And Brad says, I ain't saying that all I would want and expect. I just thought that was all men got offered. He was saying that he thought that the men was only offered sex as the gift.
Oh, as the gift. So would you want something else other than sex? Or would you want sex and something else? Are gifts important to you?
Well, honestly,
because
that's a whole different subject. Because if you are
like, this is your Valentine's Day present,
right? Because if you are with the right person and have the right connection, the sex is going to happen regardless.
Anyhow.
So you shouldn't even be that shouldn't even be a gift if you're connected with each other. But however, in some cases with women, they hold off and they don't want to have sexual relations anyway,
or don't want to do it a lot.
So they make that day the day
that you
can get it.
Brad, you're so right.
If that's the case, what I would do is, for the woman, if that's you might want to evaluate your whole inner self a little bit, because you shouldn't just not want to have. Yeah, because the sex is a wonderful thing.
It's very
and I think
wonderful.
A lot in our black community.
Okay, let's talk about it.
I feel like a lot of black women are cut off from that feminine and sexual energy. And so when that happens, situations like, I'm just going to give you sex as a present on Valentine's Day.
Or side pieces.
Yeah. Or side pieces happen. So that's a deeper discussion.
That's a different discussion. We need to have a whole topic on side pieces. Just the whole
and sex in the black community.
That's real big.
That's really big right there.
Sex in the black community.
Because it has been stifled. People around here.
It has been watered down by religion.
Yes.
Y'all should see it.
I know.
They literally falling on the floor. It's all good.
Yeah.
They falling on the floor. Lord Jesus, please preach. He at church right now.
He got the Holy Spirit money. He just gave us time money, y'all.
Take the tithes and offering. Pass the plate.
I'm dead.
Pass the plate. He dead.
But that is real. So yeah, Brad, I hope that answered your question. LOL. That's where I be feeling bamboozled if we have sex all the time or anything. Dad, Brad, you
in on it. Brad, I'm gonna need you to come. You need to come sit on the couch, boo. We need you to come sit. We need to bring him in on the conversation. We need to
right, Brad. Yeah. Why would you feel that was special? You shouldn't. You're supposed to have it all the time anyway.
Feel you too. Now, so let's talk about. We're talking about Valentine's Day. Okay. So if you are ladies,
so you want to hear what Corey said?
What Corey had to say?
And then it depends on how good the sex is.
That's a whole nother topic.
Yeah, because she's like, okay, so what if on Valentine's Day you go extra and beyond?
That's what I was going to say.
Yeah,
that was the next thing I was going to say. Okay. So if you are sexually active with your loved one, I think that you should go above and beyond on that day. You should definitely make it more exciting, make it whatever. You should always be studying your lover, whoever your partner. You know what I'm saying? Because things change. Like what she wanted 5 years ago may not be what she need right now, and vice versa with him. You know what he wanted a few years ago, he might want something different.
Yeah.
So you should be studying, especially around that time. If you're like, okay, because you don't want to just go in the same. You want to have a elevated experience.
Exactly, but it's growth, guys. you just don't get here like. It's not like
That's
I've always
true.
thought like this, you know.
That's
so
true.
I grew into
that is
thinking
absolutely
like this,
true.
yeah. But if you are listening, women, and you don't know your sexual energy, you
tapping
really
into
need
that
to tap
feminine.
into
I
it.
am tapping into my, and it's good because I don't want anybody disturbing this process of just, because we lose it. We're not gonna talk about that. That's the next time. We lose it, but then it's a great thing to get it back and feel that energy. It's amazing. So yes, whoop whoop.
She's smiling.
All by myself. All by myself. Yeah, so that's good. Did Brad say something else according to? Honestly, I see something. It's not y'all hot right now. So that's good. So sex, side pieces, we talked about that. So another thing for Valentine's Day that I wanted to talk about is
she said sex is what's lost.
Sex is what's lost. Do we need to just talk about sex the rest of the...
I think we need simple
but so many people
at the same time, so we don't really expect or want much. That's what Brad said.
What did he say?
They're simple. He's simple, and at the same time, men don't really expect that much on that day.
Right.
So it's not really a big thing for them.
You talking about sex is not a big thing for you?
Well, I don't know, Brad. Are you saying just your expectations? You don't want much on that day? I think that's what he's talking about.
But you just you wouldn't want her to go above and beyond sexually, like.
Well, of course, that's not it.
That's not it. He's definitely gonna want above and beyond chandelier sex.
Yeah.
He wants.
So maybe Valentine's Day should just be about sex.
Well, it is. It really is though, because you get the flowers, you get the movies, you get the chocolates, you get the flowers, because again, these are men typically doing it, right? Because ultimately, honestly, ladies, they really want just sex at the end of the day. It's really just a lead up to, I want something tonight. Period. And we know that, so that's really is. It's just masked with consumerism.
So maybe we should take Valentine's Day out and call it Happy Sex Day?
Oh God, no. No, we do not need that in America.
I mean, we might need that in America.
No, people having sex. No. Because that would go so many different ways.
Okay, well, Happy Making Love Day.
It's the same thing. That can go so many different ways.
That's where it goes to, though.
No, because people are not contained in their own little container. So Happy Sex Day could be motherfucking Sodom and Gomorrah.
You don't think we're already there?
I do. But Happy Sex Day is worse.
Okay, well, we'll keep it Valentine's Day with the man cutting off his ear and sending it to
No, we don't do that. We don't cut your ears off and send it to
you got some crazy people. Y'all seen that show You on Netflix?
What is it about?
It's like a modern day stalker that used social media to obtain the woman that he wants. Oh. And he's really, really creepy, but really, really nice.
Oh, this is a person, or this is what people are doing?
Well, this is an actual story about a person that is doing this to pursue a woman to really,
So he's just a stalker. He's lonely.
But you wouldn't know. He's a regular person. He knows what she likes according to social media. I mean, because you put a lot of stuff out there on social media.
Yeah.
So, I mean, that's something to
let me
look
check
at.
my DMs. I might have to.
Yeah.
I might have to look at that because I got some. Okay. All right.
He used social media and made her fall all the way in love with him. Okay. Y'all seen You? Let me know.
I'm gonna have to watch that. Go check out You. You said it's on Netflix.
Okay, wait. We got.
What Brad saying? Brad, you hot. We need to bring you in on live.
Oh wait, he got a lot.
You got a lot to say. We gonna have to bring you in on the live automatically. Who else is that? Terry something.
Hi Sandra.
Hi Sandrina.
Okay, he said, I feel like we should both go above the regular for a special occasion. So after a whole day of gifts and flowers, then the man wants some
Nookie.
else extra as well.
You want extra, say sex.
You want something else. And then he says, talking about Valentine's Day in general, we really just want to make sure we please y'all.
Aww.
At the end of the day. Brad,
Is your boo on this line? Because you're getting ching.
And then he says, LOL, we really just know how conditioned y'all are. Dang.
Oh,
He calling us out.
Conditioned
Y'all are,
to
and how
Valentine's
invested
Day.
in Valentine's Day y'all are. So we just don't
Do
want
it
to drop the
because-
ball and want to eat good and stay in good grace at the
With
end of the
y'all.
day.
Well, you got some out there who don't care. So let me ask you this, ladies. If you've been with a guy for a year or two and they've never given you a Valentine's Day gift, or not gift, but did something for you around that time, would that make you feel as if this person just doesn't care? Like, you know what I mean? Even if they just spent the day with you, or you just watched them Netflix chill. This is somebody you're dating, right? Year or two, whatever, and they didn't do anything on that day. What would you say?
But you're still like around each other then?
Yeah. Well, no. Like, even if, like, what if they didn't come
call
around
or anything?
or be around and stuff like that? What would you say? And it was just like maybe not important to that person.
That's what I was gonna say. I mean, first of all, communication is the key.
That is
so
the key.
if you did not communicate with that other
But
person.
what if you did show signs of
Not signs. Not signs.
communicate.
Men don't do
They
signs.
don't do sign
It's a
languages.
sign
Ladies,
is
men
like-
don't do sign languages.
Right, you can't read nobody's brain and catch a sign.
Because we shoot signs all day.
Like idiots. Because they
Be
get
like,
it ain't working.
and they
You
just
better
like
open your
catch
mouth.
what we throwing.
Yeah, you
So
gotta
what
open
if you
your mouth.
did express and say, you know, oh, like really, like wow, I thought you would have whatever. Or you said
Well, if
something.
you express,
And
okay,
they still didn't
Valentine's
do anything.
Day is important to me, and I would like for you to do something, and then the other person in the relationship did
like,
not
oh, well,
do
it's
anything,
not important to me, so
then
I
you
just
might
think
need to
that-
think about that relationship.
I agree.
That's just
I agree because
Yeah.
it's about give and take.
yeah, it is.
It's a balance.
And even though you don't like doing something, I mean, you still want to see the person you're with
Happy or yeah. That's
so.
true because it's about it is compromise, it's humility, all those things. So if you're with someone, if you're not bending somewhat from them, I'm not saying like all the way, you know what I mean? There should be some boundaries as to how much you bend. Then you might want to reevaluate that relationship.
Right. Yeah.
That is so true.
Again, communication is key too. You
Definitely.
know, as long as you are telling the person you're in a relationship with that you like this and you prefer this, and if you're not receiving it, then you know, do something about it. Yeah.
But what if you? Okay, I can't say that.
Why? Okay. Well,
Because somebody might be watching.
Okay. Hey, Victoria, that's my best friend. That's my best friend. Okay. Okay, so Corey says, I disagree with correlating Valentine's Day with sex. Why, Corey?
Correlating Valentine's Day. No, for men, right, Corey? So men, when they're giving the gifts, typically their ultimate goal, you know, of course, like Brad said, too, might just to not like. If if the woman is expecting it to kind of keep things straight and not, you know, make the situation rocky, to keep everything level. But then again, at the end of the day, they really are just they're wanting sex too. They're wanting sex, and that's just, I think that's just what it is, you know. So I don't think that we're trying to correlate with it, but it's kind of like Brad said, it's been conditioned that way. It's like conditioned.
Oh, he was like, honestly, Brad goes, honestly, and I'm like, oh, I don't get into holidays. I'd rather just do some special things on a random Tuesday.
Yeah, and then again, Brad, that depends on the person you're with.
Exactly, because you might like that, you know, but then you might be with someone that really values Valentine's Day, is embedded deep in them.
Right.
And, you know, their dad would do it every year. They would wake up and their dad would have a Valentine's Day gift for them.
That is so my daughter.
Yeah, because
I'm not doing it, but my daughter's father is.
Okay, so I grew up with my father. He would give me things on, me and my sister things on Valentine's Day. So in return, what that did for me, I ain't need nobody to buy me nothing for Valentine's Day, because I already felt
your
special.
daddy gonna do it too.
So, and I carry over to my adult life. You know, it's like, if you do something for me, then that's fine. But I know the value within myself when it comes to that piece.
Mm-hmm.
So it's just like, okay, if we do something, that's just like the icing on the cake. But if we don't, you know, I love me.
Right. So let me ask this question. What is the most like extra or extravagant thing have you done for Valentine's Day?
Oh, I
comment
know
below.
exactly.
And what we're going to do for Facebook Live now is we want you to watch the full episode on Save the Arts TV on YouTube. So we got to cut this part short, but if you want to watch the full episode on Valentine's Day, sex, side pieces, love, all that good stuff, follow Save the Arts TV, and you'll watch the Valentine's Day part of it. So I got to cut y'all off.
Bye, y'all.
Bye.
Save the Arts TV. Can you cut mine off? My battery gonna go dead in a minute anyway.
Okay. Okay. So I know you can cut this part out. Brushing. Okay. All right. So what's the most?
But there's one thing I wanted to say though.
Okay.
Some people love expecting the unexpected
On that day.
about all of these holidays.
That's
There's
true.
something about, I don't know what this person gonna do for me, but I know it's gonna be something. Just that little mysterious thing
Thinking about
brings
them.
joy to some people.
That's what's up. But you gotta have that person that does these beyond things for you. Like, if you don't have that and never experienced that, you know, I never experienced someone going like extra and beyond, like really lavish, and you know, so I wouldn't even think about that. I mean, that was good, because I wouldn't even think about that. But if that happened to me, then, you know, then the following year, you're
going to be like,
ooh, it's almost time. We might be going on a trip.
Or something. Yeah. Something where you're like, especially if he's doing that or she's doing that condition, like Corey says, she does actually.
Like, she saw somebody go and sing to her dude at work.
That is what a dude would do. So he's definitely spoiled. Like, so he's expecting every Valentine's Day
something different.
to have
You gotta be
something.
careful with that. Having somebody sing to your dude, he might fall in love with the singer.
No, that's when you don't have no bad chick.
Singer? Don't send Beyonce to the job.
Don't send Beyonce to the job.
I mean, or send Beyonce. I mean, like, it's not. I don't know. Well,
I mean, I'm good, but you know what?
Really.
No, it's. I think that it's about people. It's not about intimidation too, but people honestly have weaknesses, and you don't unless that's what you're for. For me personally, you don't put people in a situation whereas they may not handle it, and that's facts. That's human. That is, people get weak. People get like I was watching Oprah had this segment about it was on men who came on her show with 7 men who cheated, and they were giving different reasons as to why, and it was so freaking consistent. It blew my mind, because these the ladies they were cheating with were not like, the wives even came on after and was like, you know, I expected this woman to be a sex goddess. I expected her to be all this and all that. And the one they cheated with was not. And the reason why they said that they cheated was this person made them feel good at the time. That is so consistent. And some of these people were in relationships for like 18 years, and the wife was, and he was like, no, we were having sex. We were good. We were not bad. Like, the wife had no idea. You know, things were going as usual. And so one day this female just walked in there, and it was the way that she looked at him. It made him feel that the wife must have lost in the mundane of life. And it made him feel like wanted, just loved like a king. And it was so freaking consistent as to why they freaking cheated. And they got emotionally attached with these women too, most of them. Because she was able to make him feel a certain kind of way. And that was nothing against the wife. It's just, these people were not looking for that. Some of them was just straight up damn dogs. I'm sorry, darn dogs. They were just dogs. Like one dude, you just look at him like, you might need to go to the clinic if you haven't in a while. You just kind of look like something might be going on. But this one guy, even though he was like tearing up, Oprah was like, no, change your actions. We don't have time for tears. She was raw dog with it, you know. But he was just like, she just came into the office and he caught the way she looked at him and made him feel which he hasn't felt in a long time, and it ended up spiraling from there.
Well, that's relationship issues. I mean, yeah, I can see that happening. But as far as the person going to sing to the other person, like,
what if she look at him and there's a connection and she's bad? You know what I'm saying? That means there's a spot there. I mean, if it happens, it happens. I get it.
Right.
But not that I'm okay with that. But I mean, I just feel like certain things you just, you know,
just be
try to
careful.
keep sacred. Yeah. Especially these days with social media and everything so open. It's almost like, you know, commitment is like a rarity. It's like it's freaking caviar. You know what I mean? It's just like a treasure for someone to be loyal these days and really for real about you. So that's my thing.
Well, maybe that's what a lot of people want for Valentine's Day.
Loyalty? I don't know about that one. That'd be good.
And sex.
Definitely sex. You know, it's so funny because Tiffany, when we met, like, wait, how long ago? It's real 6-7 years ago. We would not have done this.
Oh no.
Live. And put it out on the internet.
Oh girl, we was like, the church is watching.
What's that? Amazing grace, how good thy wine.
Oh yes. Then save a wretch like me.
How long is it?
Pour the wine out.
Oh, not on my run.
It's gone, ladies and gentlemen. I would not ever. I mean, like, you have a lot. Did you, like, pour yourself way more?
No, because the wine,
she poured me this much, right?
because the cup is wider, I may have.
Mine's big, though. I've been pretending over here. Happy Valentine's Day.
Would you like some water? Yeah, so that's, you know, I think that was good. Like, you know, anything you want to cover?
I wanted to talk about, before you cut that off, you were saying we was going to share like something that like
special.
Right, so one Valentine's Day, you know, we
was so young.
Yeah, I was really young too. I was in my 20s, and what Ringo did was like he transformed the whole living room into like a restaurant. Like a restaurant that you like would sit down on the cushions and stuff like that, and because we was like,
oh, that's nice.
Yeah, because we weren't going.
But it ain't about money,
right? That's why I said you have to like really think about. But he already had knew that I didn't care if something happened, I was good. You know what I'm saying? But if it didn't,
it was like whatever. But he just wanted to show his additional,
and then
so he had to set up. So was it like a whole day thing? Like he was throwing you off, or like just to set it up, or
no? He don't do that. He didn't do that much. He was like, just stay upstairs for a minute.
That's still good though.
I knew something was going on down there. Just know it. So, And so I was very pleased. I was very pleased.
Was nice,
it was nice.
though.
Yeah, and the food was good. It was like,
Cause he can cook. Rango could cook.
Yeah.
Chicken wings. Can we get some Rango wings? What is it? Rain Wings. On Instagram. At Rain Wings.
Yes.
They're good. Like no shade. Like real
they,
good.
They are.
Super good wings. So
that was the one that I can remember. And I had nothing. All of them, like in high school, it was my dad that would give me things.
Yeah.
I had boyfriends, but I don't remember. One time I had one in the 8th grade. He like brought me like all these balloons.
Yeah.
I kind of was.
But what about you? Did you do anything for them?
I've never done anything
for a guy.
So maybe in this chapter of my life, I'll start like
if they.
You know, I would try. You know, I don't mind. But it was not conditioned like that. I wasn't conditioned like that. You know, that my dad did for me. So, you know, going into adulthood, that's why I expected
to get it.
Yeah.
And that makes sense. I don't recall doing anything for Valentine's Day. I expected it too, but I did do things throughout the year. But like it was this one guy, like back in the day, Ohio girl. I was so young.
I'm listening.
I had wrote down like this whole day I had planned. I was so head over heels with this dude. Oh, girl, I had like, don't laugh.
I'm not gonna laugh.
I had like horses and chariots in the park.
Oh.
Like, he probably didn't want none of this shit. It was probably what I wanted, like, you know what I mean?
Yeah, you was writing out what you wanted.
Yeah, and then going to a restaurant. I never got a chance to do it for whatever reason. Something happened, but I had wrote down like the whole day what I was gonna do for him, etc., and then I was just, you know, it didn't happen. But it was like laid the hell out, like laying his clothes out, buying the outfit, all of that shit stuff.
I never even thought about it.
Girl, I have. But you gotta be deserving.
Yeah.
You have to be deserving of that. You don't get that just, you know, by misbehaving throughout the past 11 months.
What is behaving in your
Well, you know, like basic stuff. You treat people how you want to be treated. And, you know, you don't like behave, like if you're in a relationship, you know what I mean? If you can't just be out here just disrespecting me and you know what I mean? Like acting like you not in a relationship and stuff, like the regular stuff. You know, and not communicating and stuff like that. Like, cause if we can't communicate, if there's no trust, if these things, like I'm not gonna do that for you because you may not be around. But for somebody that's gonna stay and be around, actually, absolutely, you're gonna be treated like a king.
Yeah.
I like that type of stuff.
Yeah, I'm gonna try going forward. Let me see if I can do something. I never even thought about doing anything for anybody on Valentine's Day.
Yeah, it's
do something for myself this Valentine's Day.
Yeah, I've treated myself so much. Yeah.
Really? What is
you know I do.
I know.
I do.
What did you do last year? Did you do
for Valentine's Day? 1 year. I don't know about last year, but 1 year I bought myself, this was about like 3 years ago. And it's crazy because at the time I was talking to somebody and I had this thing where it's like, I'm not going to expect him to treat me how I want to be treated. So I was like, I'm going to do for me what I want. So it's not probably the biggest thing, but I remember it because it caused the issue.
Did you send yourself some stuff?
I did. Not only did I send myself the type of flowers that I like, I bought myself this banging bottle of wine. And I had some grapes. And it was like in the middle of the day, like on my lunch break, I went and got the wine because they had a sale at the store. I walked in there and I got this big, pretty pink bottle of wine. I got like some grapes and cheese and like I like turtle, like caramel and nuts, chocolate type of stuff. And then I had like flowers sent to me. I did that all for myself. And so the rumor got out.
Because you sent it to work.
Yes!
Okay.
it was just like,
Who sent you that?
who sent you? Or it was just like, a little birdie told me.
Mm-hmm.
Eventually, like, it came out. Like, ain't no way you could have did that.
Like, yeah.
Yeah, I did, but you all tell us what you think about Valentine's Day, about love, anything that you've done or want to do for your loved ones. And comment below. Follow me, Camellia, at Madam's Music on Instagram. And what's your Instagram feed?
Tiff Speax
On
Instagram. And then on Facebook, Tiffany Speax with a capital X.
And also subscribe to Save the Arts TV. This
Yes.
is Thinking Out Loud. This is our Valentine's Day special. I hope you like it.
Say the Arts TV, let's go!